Binge Buddy.
He's gonna do Son of Sam. Watch this.
Homicides, Hooters, Hockey Mask. I'm your host, always Bryan Dressel. With me, as always, is Matt Zombie Dog. Let's go with a name I think I've already used. Yeah, I definitely haven't used it. Matt Zombie Dog, Jeffery Dahmer, Dykes. We got Joel, Aline Wurnoros, Dewitte.
I can't even doodle that.
Aline Wurnoros, you idiot.
Ryan, Harold Shipman, Lootens.
Hey, British guy.
There we go. That guy's
Doctor of Death, I think he was known as.
Dr. Death. That one we should all know.
Yeah.
Brian, you're already running out of names. How are you going to sustain yourself through how many movies we got left?
Oh, I'm going to change it up next week. I guarantee it. We're going to be done with the serial killers. I know I didn't get to all of them. There's more out there, but the list kind of suck. So
again, you left out the Lakeshore Stranglers. You left out Son of Sam.
I'm fine with this.
Boston Strangler.
I'm okay. Moving on.
All right, so here we are. We're talking my absolute favorite Friday the 13th movie. I love the shit out of this goofy nonsense. I'm not here to tell you it's the best movie ever made. I'm not here to tell you it is the best made Friday the 13th movie. I'm telling you, it's my favorite. Oh, that's such a good fucking kill. This movie gives us, in my opinion, the Jason Voorhees I've wanted the whole time. This is the guy. Kane Hodder. This guy is the best horror slasher. Full stop. You watch any of the movies where he's the killer, he is going to look like he is going to eviscerate everyone there. And then you talk to him. You meet him in a con. You meet him on the street. Do a podcast with him. He is the nicest human being. He's just a good dude. He's really fun to talk to. He loves his job. But he's so fucking good at it that when he looks like he's murdering somebody, he's like, I'm sorry for you. Oh, that looked bad. We get that more in later movies. Even 8 is more violent than this one because MPAA was not happy with Friday the 13th by the time 7th came around and
ruined everything.
Wow.
The MPAA hacked this film to pieces.
Worse than Jason hacked anybody.
Yeah. Like good Lord. It's really upsetting being a fan of this movie, knowing that it should have the best gore in it, and it just doesn't. It easily has the best kill weapons in it. I say that even knowing 10 is going to go like, fuck, we're out of ideas. Throw whatever you have at the wall. We're going to kill somebody with it. But this one has the best. It has some of the best shots. Jason with is it a hedge trimmer?
Yep.
The big giant circular sword.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, who knows what the fuck that is?
It's a weird piece of tech, but man, it looks cool to kill somebody with it. And just the design of Jason in this movie.
Yes.
Perfect. Oh my God. Him with
all the
bones, like
shoulder blades.
It's the decomposing body. And they use that whole I've been underwater for years thing really well.
Oh yeah. And then
even in his hands.
His hands are gross. Like oh, it's a good Jason. And then this is where we get the most time with Jason out of the mask.
Yes.
And he looks fucking gross.
Well, when you have that much work in the makeup, you're gonna show it. You have the machete damage, the axe damage, you have the propeller from the last film damage. Yep. Everything looks beautiful.
And I would argue, we talked about this a lot last week with the filmmakers trading for MPAA. Like, all right, so we can do something here. So we won't do something here, so we can do something over here. My guess is that the design of Unmasked Jason was so unappealing to the MPAA that they're like, well, if you have that, you got to get rid of everything else. I'm taking a guess. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of times with the Friday the 13th movies, I don't look into a lot of how they made because I don't want to completely dispel the illusion. But that's
I think the MPAA were just being assholes at this point because I think this is 88, right?
Yeah.
So the same year that Phantasm 2 came out, and with Phantasm 2, they were basically you can have 7 frames of blood coming out of the sphere. That's it.
They ruined that movie too.
Yeah.
Bunch of bastards.
Fuckers.
We want to see people get eviscerated, damn it. That's what the 80s were for. But yeah, so
bastards.
Get all that grossness out of the door there. And we are left with what was candidly referred to while making the movie, some of the stuff I do know, as Jason versus Carrie.
Yep.
I'm very on board for that pitch. That's exactly what the movie is. Except she's a Tina. She's one of the Friday the 13th Tinas. And she's got psychic powers, and they're ridiculous, and I love them. This movie also triple downs on a villain. We don't have just Jason. We have Jason, who's a bad guy. We have a psychiatric doctor who's a fucking bad guy.
Bad news, Cruz.
And we have Melissa, who sucks.
Like when she finally gets it, I have never been more happy that someone gets murdered in a film when she gets
see
it.
What could have been.
But even what we do get is still pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's
axe in the face and then just kind of like, yeah, fuck you.
It's a brief glimpse as he turns her body to chuck her across the room.
Oh man.
Damn.
But it is just so like, axe in the face and then it's just like, yeah, I'm done with you now. Yep. The body's just fucking flying. Like,
let's see how far I can throw you.
Yeah, we're playing lawn darts with you're the dart.
You used that joke on the final chapter already.
Did I really? I'm gonna keep doing it. Hey man, if Friday the 13th can reuse shit, so can I.
They do the names.
They do the names. They do the kills. They do a lot. The best kill in the franchise, which is in this movie, also comes back again later. So, well, Friday the 13th. It's called paying homage, right? Not ripping each other off.
Can you rip off for yourself?
This movie brings back the previously on. Does it much better. Has a narrator, which is a little weird, but I'm okay with it.
Do you know who the narrator is?
No, I don't.
Guy who played Crazy Ralph.
Is it really?
Yeah, I was looking at the trivia, and it's the same actor who's Crazy Ralph.
Well, that's awesome.
It makes the movie even more better. I'm more okay with it.
It feels like a teaser trailer as well. Like every time I watch that, I think they just tacked on the teaser trailer for this film at the start of it, because that's what it feels like.
Yeah, a little bit. But then the opening kill of this movie is very different than anything we've gotten before. The opening kill in this movie is Tina. She kills her dad.
Yep.
And it's like that's our final girl. And the movie kicks off with her as a child accidentally murdering her father, and then the rest of the movie is her dealing with the trauma of having done that. It's all a bunch of themes that they tried to do back in 5 and failed, and they actually do a pretty good job here. Like, this movie, I'm not going to come out and say is like this great thought experiment about the human psyche. No, but it does use that framework far better than 5 did.
It does. It does also have plot device desk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the best desk ever. We brought that up in our big recap back when we during COVID. We're just like, God, this is like the magical MacGuffin desk. Like, anything you need plot centric, it's in that desk.
But it will only bring itself to be seen when the plot allows it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the room of requirement from Harry Potter, but it's a desk in a Jason movie.
In a doctor's office.
In a doctor's office.
Who doesn't live there?
Yeah.
Not his house.
It's Tina's house that they kept after they she killed her dad. I was gonna say murdered her dad.
So here's the question:
she killed him though.
Did the doctor have that desk moved into there so you can have it as his office? Was there like
no? Because you said it's her dad's
before this
office
that we didn't see of like moving people coming in.
No, because remember, Tina's like, my dad keeps a gun in his study. And so they go to the desk.
Yeah.
They go to the desk to find it.
That's a solid piece of furniture. I would not want to have to move that around in a house. And...
Yeah,
it's oak. Real heavy.
What would you guys think about the kill in this thing? The opening kill of like killing her dad. That's a fun way to start this one, right?
It took me by surprise. I was not expecting that at all. Because they don't give you any sense that she's got some magical powers at the outset. So I almost started to just like she was running away. He came in and the thing just so happened to collapse in on itself. It wasn't until later that I realized, oh yeah, she murdered him.
Yep. And then the rest of the movie, both her and her mom are just like, oh, we miss our dad. But I'm also like, so the fight at the beginning of the movie started because he beat her mom.
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
Like,
this sense where I was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
A little bit of an alcoholic.
Yeah, but I'm also like, just throwing it out there. Maybe don't make the sympathetic murder the guy who beat his wife in front of his kid. Like,
while drunk.
Like, there might have been a way to make us more sad for them and just leave that part out. Just have them on the dock. Tina, get back here. No, I want to watch cartoons. Like, that would have been...
So, just talking about Tina's character is, you have there's families out there that are like this, families where one or the other parent drinks a little too much and things get out of control. And that's what we're seeing from Tina's eyes. And I like that we get that with Tina sitting in the doorway, and they show Friday the 13th. Yeah. So to me, that was a very good take, especially with her. I don't want to. It's not murder; it's an accident. She has no idea about her powers, and a part of me too is wondering if, what if this is the first time her powers manifest?
Yeah, very real possibility.
So because they go through the entire movie saying emotion is the trigger for you to unlock this.
Heightened emotion.
So to me, literally. It's showing her psyche as this was a very traumatic event. This is something that she might have bottled up, and then all of a sudden it just exploded to the fact that she made a dock fall with her father on it. So I don't, that's how I sympathize with Tina in this, because I think Tina is a great character.
Yes.
Laura Park Lincoln does a really good job. She is believable as someone who is conflicted and does not know what's happening as her body is projecting this psychokinesis. I think it is very well done. This might be one of my favorite ones in terms of acting, whereas every character leans into their role. So
I had mentioned in passing last week about how they did a good job having a central focal point of a character and story arc. But this is probably the best one through the series so far. She's an interesting character. There's a diverse cast of characters around them that don't feel completely insignificant. And just, again, the twist of her having telekinesis powers actually works, which surprised me. It's a weird mishmash, but I felt like it worked.
It's one of those
world where there's a killer with a hockey mask. It works.
It's also, it works now. I don't think it worked then. Because then it was one of those, this was supposed to be something to kind of rejuvenate the franchise. What can we do they haven't seen before? I don't know. Carrie was a hit because that worked. And then people showed up. It's just more dumb Jason stuff because they're still just coming out rapid fire. This is every other year at this point. So this didn't do it. But I think as we got further away from when the rapid fire movies were coming out, which we're almost done, we only got 2 more before they're like, all right, we're going to take a break. I don't think it was enough then, but now having gotten away from it, it's no, LaPark was great in this. The actually having somebody who can legitimately fight Jason, that was great. We've never had that before, never have it again. So there's a lot of stuff in this movie that I think that's why it stays so high up in a lot of people's lists. Because I'd say even 10 years ago, this would not be super high up in a lot of people's, your ranking Friday 13th. It'd probably be mid-pack to low mid-pack. As we've gotten further and further away from it, it just keeps climbing because of those things like Joel just said. We have a legit character who she's a focal point of the movie, and you actually kind of sympathize with her because you see not just that she's the main character in the movie, you see how other people react to her. You have Nick who's babe. It's okay, I get him. Hey man, you're looking pretty good in your cutoffs yourself. Movies need more dick. I'm gonna keep saying it. But then you get the people that he's at the camp with, they're throwing a birthday party for his cousin Mike, and the friends there feel legitimate, that end of high school, beginning of college, that you're just about 20-ish. Feels like those friends. Oh, I've been friends with these people forever. Do you like them? No, not really. They kind of suck, but they're my friends, so that's who it is. And that's why Melissa's there. Nobody likes her, but you've been friends with her forever, so you got to invite her. It's she sucks though. It's yeah, but friends are friends. But it still feels organic. It still feels real. You have Robin and I'm forgetting her name. The more forgive the phrase, the more mousy girl.
Who was that? The touch-up work.
Yeah.
Maddie.
Yes, thank you. But Robin and Maddie, you had that feels like a very normal friendship dynamic, and it's something that's pulled up in the 80s a lot. We're gonna have this party and we're gonna have fun, we're gonna do it. But it also, that's a real thing. We're gonna go cut loose, we're gonna do it, and you buy their friendship. You legitimately feel oh, those two are the friends outside of this group. They're the ones who'd hang out no matter what. I really like that they took the time to do all of this so that when the bodies start falling, it's you remember them. Maddie, I feel for her. She got all dressed up for nowhere to go.
A date with a scythe. It's fine.
Yeah. And either the belly or the neck. It looks like the neck when you see her body, but when he's going to kill her, it looks like the belly. whatever.
I think he probably went in through the belly and out through the neck.
It is Kane Hodder after all.
It is curved. But
it's curved, it's Kane Hodder.
Like, again, just to, like the caricatures, like Sandra, like just the way like she kind of presents herself, I'm like, that's a gold digger, you know?
Yep.
Sandra's a skinny dipper.
Poor skinny dipper.
Yep.
She poor skinny dipper as far as her character in the movie, poor skinny dipper as far as the actor on set who's like, all right, so we're gonna put this camera going straight up you. Just keep swimming.
It's going so far up, you will be able to see what you had for dinner last night.
It's like, Jesus.
It's just a big game of how long can you hold your breath with a camera. Underneath.
What am I filming? I can hold it all day.
I think they have scuba tanks.
Yeah.
I hope they have scuba tanks.
That's a less fun thought.
Yeah. All right, let's dial this thing back to the beginning, though. So we've killed Tina's dad. We're going to start meeting all the people. All the kids are there at the camp. And then we start meeting Dr. Cruz.
Bernie!
Bernie? Which one's Bernie?
That's Terry Kaiser, who plays Bernie Lomax in Weekend at Bernie's.
I always forget that. I just think of him as Dr. Cruz. But yeah, if you didn't get bad guy vibes off of him right away, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
just
he
the
just
way he's
immediately
leaning
feels like,
on the porch. It's like, yep, he's an asshole.
It just immediately feels like a villain. And I like the way that he is a villain, because it's not like he's a villain trying to take advantage of her. He's a villain. He's
exploiting her.
He's exploiting her. Like, it's a type of villain we don't get in any of the other Friday the 13th movies. It's like, oh yeah, these people are going through trauma. I can turn that into money.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very, very real problem for people who go through stuff like this. I know this stuff doesn't happen, but this sort of.
He's the Dr. Loomis from
Malcolm
Halloween
McDowell.
2.
Yes.
I was just about to say the same.
But from Rob Zombies, it's that idea of like, oh, look at all this trauma that happened. Hey, I can make a quick buck out of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Write a book.
Both literally and figuratively a quick book, because he wrote a book and made a book.
Yeah. And then he
well,
died.
That's to do it for Binge Buddies.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. We did our best.
Did I just get fired? Or...
No. The show ended.
Yeah.
Midway through a series, we just cut it.
Mike is on his way to the party. Mike dies.
Man, we're really going for a fast show here.
There's not really much more to say about that.
Car breaks down. Hey, there's a birthday party. We still have to go. Let's shortcut through the woods. Whoops.
Yeah,
I'm now part of the woods.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we forgot about resurrection.
Oh, we did. Yeah, we got to have that. Like, Tina brings Jason back to life, although
because she thinks that it's her dad.
They don't really dive too much into that, which is for the best. You don't want to scratch too far at the surface of this, but I do like that. It's like, oh, I can feel there's someone in that lake. I put my dad in that lake. Maybe I can bring my dad. I'm bringing something back to life. Oh, I'm so proud of my. Oh, damn.
Uh-huh.
That wasn't dead. Sorry, everybody.
You look bigger.
Yeah. You got swole underwater there, Dad. I don't mean swollen.
You also found a hockey mask under there, Dad. Why?
I just, I like how they did this, how they brought him back, because before this, she's getting verbally assaulted by Bad News Cruz, and that already heightens her state. And then when she feels the presence, like, that's just a perfect combination. And then but to us, that's her focusing it. Like, that's the first time we see her focus her powers.
Yeah.
So like, she's really starting to come in her own, as we know that she's going to be a final girl, but we're understanding, like, if she focuses, she legitimately could be a formidable match against Jason. So I really like that.
Yeah, and they definitely do enough groundwork with it. Like, it's not just look at her powers. They're right here. Like, you get that ramp up. Like, she's like, the doctor is an asshole, but he's also onto something. He is figuring out how to unlock her powers. So, like, I'm still glad you get hedge trimmer to the ribs, but thank you.
Uh-huh.
Well.
But that's the thing, is that, like, if the doctor was genuinely trying to help her, he's doing a good job there. But he isn't. He's just helping her so he can make money off of her. Essentially, it's like he's basically trying to create a sideshow attraction.
So I'm going to torment this girl and verbally assault her to draw her powers out.
And they do a really good job of setting up sort of the pre-existing relationship too, right? Because he brings up a lot of times, like, basically, you have daddy issues, and this is what's causing it right now.
You want to go back to the hospital?
How
many times does he threaten her with that? As well?
She knows and expresses, like, you're not helping me, and the mom is begrudgingly going along with it, and that drives her to the lake and trying to reach out and find somebody that she could get consolation from or support from, thinking it's her dad. So like it all has the right strings across too.
Look at us making a bad, Friday. Well, I shouldn't say bad movie. A Friday.
Get that bad movie word out of your mouth.
Yeah, that's terrible. Bad word for it. Making a Friday the 13th movie prolific.
This one, like I said, they tried doing a 5, huge whiff. Here they connect. It's not out of the park, but they might have gotten a single.
Yeah.
They moved.
Might have gotten on base.
Yeah. So anyhow, Mike dies. Mike and his girlfriend. Girlfriend gets stabbed in the back of the head. Not the best kill that he's had, but it's a good one. You get his big gnarly hand on her head. And then Mike gets pinned to a tree.
Yep.
Oh, she gets pinned to the tree.
Inserted into a tree.
He gets inserted into a tree later. Yeah.
This is where Joel's like, his throwing ability.
Yes.
Yep.
He's a sharpshooter.
Far away, and he's like, fuck this. Like John Wick level, just from across the room.
He always looks like he's having such fun doing it too.
Oh yeah.
But again, this is where we talk about sound and acting. When he goes to pick up Mike, he does so by the camp or the tent spike, and as he's picking up, you hear the ripping and like the gurgling of blood in Mike's mouth. It was really unsettling.
I would like to see more of Mike in that sequence, but yes, it's the sound is good. And then we
you kind of see more because at that time Tina's having her hallucination at the
That's
party.
true, yeah. And then we get to see him like in like the living room getting killed again.
Right.
Yeah, I like the hallucination aspect of it. Like it does, like it keeps the tension forward. Like whereas a lot of times Jason's doing these early killings and no one knows about it, but by having Tina being like, "Oh, we're fucked. Like it's an
what's great about that is
what's
really good about that is that you have Tina basically saying, "Oh, I have this vision." Like they're all dying, and it's like that puts her even more around the outside.
Yep.
To the rest of them, like, "Oh, she's just crazy. Look at the crazy woman."
So at this point we cut back to the party where that's where like Tina had this vision and whatnot, and we have the guy do the worst shotgunning of a beer I've ever seen.
Oh man.
He failed spectacularly at that.
That's why it just goes everywhere, right? You don't even drink half of the beer.
No,
because he did it so bad that it hit the back of his throat and he started coughing. So he drinks none of it.
Yeah.
He either spits it up or he spills it. He failed so bad. I don't care how high you are, dude. It's not that hard to shotgun a beard.
He deserves to be Jasoned.
They all do. Well, before we get back to the party, we have to go out to the people in the tent. God damn it. This is just perfect Jason stuff. Like we have couple out in the woods, super horny dude, girl who's like, just keep in your pants. Can you just fuck off? Oh, fine. I guess we can have sex. Decided that a little too late. She it doesn't go well for her. But first the guy gets a hole punch through the back.
Go well for him either.
Yeah.
It's a little quicker for him though.
But again, MPA took that away from us.
Yeah.
But like I love this kill because he's being stalked and you think that it's a camera angle type thing. So he's facing the camera, and then as the camera pans with him walking and his back is turned, it follows him, and then you see Jason come into frame. And I thought that was perfect.
Yeah, this is another one of those moments, like they started this back in 2 of like, is this a POV kill or is it just a camera movement? Like it keeps you on your toes of like, which one is it? And they did the good reveal here. The dude dies, and it sucks for the dude. The girl gets it way worse, like way worse. And like even like her super corny line, like getting there, like that. Come on, you big hunk of a man, come get me. It's like,
Okay.
I love that line. I love the line read on that though. It's just like, well, come on, then, you big hunk of a man. I think it's great that. And and come and get her. He does. Like,
he does.
You know.
Puts her right in the bag and then smacks that bag on a tree.
Again, MPA took this from us because, like, apparently Kane Hodder went to town.
Yeah,
he went to town, and
then when they open the bag, it's just like
blood
just pours out, right?
But then you know, this is great because you know John Carl Buechler, the director, you know, he's like, all right, we have to do another take, and he goes, Kane, just one more time, and you can tell like he's had enough.
Yeah.
And that's the take that we get, and he just winds up and just lets it. I love that story exists because he's done this take so many times that you can tell he's just done with this scene in his mannerism, which it works because it's definitely Jason pissed off, and it's just so good.
But that's where
I actually kind of think that the MPA cut makes it slightly better
because we got the one swing,
because it's one swing, and it just goes to show the power of Jason that it's just like one swing and you are. Fucking dead, like. Yeah.
But it's also really abrupt in a way you don't expect too, because this is a whole.
Because you think he's gonna go to town when you first watch it.
Oh,
right, yeah.
But instead, you just get the one whack, and like, again, I don't want to spoil this for Joel. This kill comes back, and they definitely do the way more going ham version of it, and it's fun. And it like when I saw it like with a group of friends, we were dying laughing because it's just so ridiculous. This one's ridiculous in a very different way, and it's more, dare I say, fun, like just because it's that one thing. And then again, I'll keep talking about the physicality of Kane Hodder, like that frustration and just that pure power of just like whack and dead. Like
it's almost
I don't want to do this
anymore.
But you also get like, and that's where you get like that playfulness of Jason of just, I wonder if this would kill somebody. Oh, it did.
He clearly had a machete. Because that's how he got to her. Like, he could have went to his favorite thing, but he was like, nah, you're in here. I'm going to have some fun.
Very easily could have just killed with machete, but nah, he's going to experiment a little bit. And this is the most creative Jason we get because he just plays arts and crafts with the bodies in the woods.
Yep.
Throughout the rest of this movie, he's like, I'm just going to string you up here. And he's not very good at it because they keep falling out of the woods.
We're back to part 2 with his, you know, tableaus.
Yeah. I mean,
I want to see the deleted scenes. I want to see the deleted scenes of him actually just like stringing these bodies up and like, you know,
he's just sitting there humming.
Just
carrying the body on going, oh.
But you get that later with Maddie. Like when Maddie's in the woods and she screams, like, ah, you get Jason just pops out from behind the tree, just like, oh, another one.
And then he nails her to a tree.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's that poke around the corner is one of my favorite things ever. Just like, oh.
They still do such a great job expressing.
Yeah,
Jason emotes so well in all these movies without being able to see a face. It is just the physical, just like it's really good.
Another coming to Joel's point, another coming around the point is when he has the hedge trimmer. You know, he just comes out and he's like, "What's up?"
That's the point in the movie though, where I'm there going, where's he getting this shit from? Because he has a new tool every single time.
Kelly reminded me of just like he was in a shed just a minute ago.
Yep.
Oh yeah. And the most brutal hedge. Was that the way hedge trimmers actually were back then?
I'm pretty sure that's a custom prop.
Okay.
I think yeah. But like, you know,
it's not a hedge trimmer, it's a tree trimmer. It's probably like you cut trees down with it.
Yeah.
But it might actually be one of those, like get branches. Like I'm not sure, but
that's fair.
But it's a cool weapon to kill some with.
I'm just gonna make it just like you cut trees down from far away with it.
Yeah.
Trees you don't let it.
Because if this is Russell, who is clearly rich, if it's Russell's uncle's house, like clearly he's gonna have a lot of shit in his shed.
Yeah, he's the type of guy who's like, oh, what did the Home Depot ad tell me to buy this week? All right, might as well get that then.
I'm in the woods. I might as well get this branch cutter.
But I want to get too far ahead. I know the hedge trimmer is like iconic Jason look, so like we got to dial it back a little bit.
I want to talk about Jason toying with Tina. like when she's running back after she has the vision, and he puts the spike.
Yeah.
And Cruz removes it and calls her delusion.
Cruz.
They do such a good job of fleshing out his character.
Yeah.
So
he's a fucking villain. Both him and Melissa are legit villains in this movie.
Yeah.
Melissa is awful.
Well, and the great thing about that part too is that when she comes back down and sees the stake is missing, your first thought isn't like, oh, he poached it and gaslit her. It's like not even like an illusion. It's more like maybe Jason picked it up and moved on, and now the threat is here. And then later on, when they pay it off with like, it's in the desk, you bastard, my daughter. It's really smart, like very good storytelling for a horror movie.
Yeah. And even like, because you can see enough, like you still see the hole in the post. It's like clearly it was here, but it's also like it's a fucking hole in a post. Like it could be anything. Right. Like why would you like?
Yeah.
And
the hole in the post in the woods as well. Like it could just be part when they put it together. Like they accidentally notch cut a notch out or something.
Who knows? And when you have a character like Tina who's been institutionalized her whole life and she's having a lot of problems being back in this place where her dad died, her going a little off the rails would make sense. Mm-hmm. So like you can see why her mom, although wants to believe her, would also side with the doctor right away. Like it all works in a way that part 7 of Friday the 13th should not be working at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing, isn't it? Like we were talking about, it's really clever storytelling. It's like we have to remind ourselves, this is part 7 in a horror series that, let's be honest, most of the people behind the scenes, like the producers, were just literally like, make us money. We don't care about it. Just teenagers die.
Find a hot girl, get her naked, then kill her. That's what we're looking for in these things. And like, I mean, this one does that too, but it's like, it actually has legit story elements. And by having Tina be such a good character, there's a reason I love this movie so much.
And that's the thing, like, characters that have depth, and there's not many characters in this one that are not 3-dimensional. Like, Cruz could just be like a mustache twirling, I'm all evil, but he's not. There's actually, there's some depth to his character as to why he is being such an asshole.
He doesn't see himself as a bad guy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Even the most sort of like 2-dimensional ones, all with Melissa, she also kind of has some depth. Like it's this kind of thing of like, well, I want him and he doesn't want me, so now I'm going to be really nasty. And it's that kind of like that classic person who's always got what they wanted.
Yes, that's what I was just gonna say, Matt. That's a girl that has never been told in her life, and you can feel that when she's telling the story about her dad and the pearls.
Yeah.
And then she goes, and she's sitting there spying on Mike. Like she wants Mike, so bad that she's willing to spy on Mike to tear down Tina, which she tries to do when Nick.
You're the one who knows these names, Ryan. What's going on?
I'm just so excited. Because then she goes, wraps up our science fiction friend Eddie in a straitjacket to call her out, and Tina destroys those pearls. So Melissa's just so vindictive, and it's just, I like it. Which, to her point, she tries to coerce Eddie into sleeping with her to make Nick jealous, and it doesn't work. So she gives him the high road, and she sneaks off to Tina's house to hide. Like, then everyone dies.
Yeah, she sucks. She's absolutely a villain. And poor Eddie. Like Eddie thought he had he thought he had a chance. He got tagged out like mid-performance. Like, that sucks.
And then he just had to settle with a soap on a rope.
A date with a soap on a rope.
Maybe my favorite line might not be.
But even that moment of like when she does wrap him up with the jacket, like is this how they wore jackets back in the
mental institution,
mental hospital, whatever she calls it? Like, fuck you, dude. Like, Jesus, that's brutal.
It's just mean.
Yeah.
It's mean. So it's time to talk about murder.
What a bitch.
Yeah,
like, I think when the murders happen, the murders literally just go boom, boom, boom.
So now we're doing the old nighttime naked swimming. We got to do that. We're in a Jason movie. Is this the last naked swim? No, the 1 in 9.
No.
They doesn't swim in 9, do they?
Freddy versus Jason in the beginning.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. Freddy versus Jason.
That's 11.
Yeah, there's one. Oh, and then there's one in the remake as well. Nope, not a lot more naked swimming and still. This movie likes their naked swimming. But what a choice for a camera angle. Like that was an odd one, is what I'd say.
We're talking about Russell's death, right?
That too, because Russell's death is some pure Kane Hodder goodness of just like it looks like a one-handed golf swing. Just
when you talk about his physicality, man, like I was like, I do not want to be on the receiving end of that.
Nope.
Oh, and you can see just that later off when they show him, he's just got that gash all across his like he is flayed up the middle of his face. It's terrible.
Again, and that was one-handed. And again, it's one of those things like because of the physicality, you don't question it. You don't at any point go, nah, that human skull wouldn't have done that. So you look at Ken Hodder as Jason, you go, that would probably happen.
I believe that wound.
Jason had time to split his face and then go into the water undetected.
Yeah, just
that's how long she was under the water.
And not to mention, she's in the water. She's like 3 feet out, and she's like basically standing. And then we cut to her, and she's like in the ocean, like fucking, good Lord, no.
With clear faux lighting.
Yeah, like that.
What I love about that though is like Jason has just become Jaws for real. Yeah. Like we keep talking about how Jason is a shark, and like he becomes Jaws. Like,
but I also think that was very much intentional. Like I think at this point people had made that comment before about Jason being a shark, and the director just went, well, fuck it, I'll show you Jason being a shark, why not? And it works. The kill's good. Mm-hmm. She gets dragged into water, and then like the dragging her out from underwater later, just like listen, you're at Camp Crystal Lake, don't take your clothes off and go swimming at night. It's that easy. I bet you'd survive if you went in with pants on.
That's good sense anyway. That's good sense anyway. Don't take your clothes off and go swimming at night. Ever.
No,
like Mormons have the best chance of surviving at Camp Crystal Lake.
They really would. But also, like, just fucking find a pool, man.
So I like one of the things that I find quite amusing is like, you know, this whole idea of like, oh, only the virgin can survive, and it all stems back from like Halloween. And I love how like John Carpenter, when he was asked about this, basically said, no, I wasn't trying to make like a moral thing. I just think I was just kind of pointing out that everyone else, when they're having sex, they're really distracted.
Yeah.
And there was no moral thing about it. And like, then Friday the 13th, like kind of takes it on this thing like, well, you've had sex, you got to die.
Yeah, essentially. But Maddie doesn't have sex and she still dies. So, you know, it's not a hard and fast rule.
That's true. Poor Maddie. They really... Yeah. They set her up to be really smart, actually, in how she approaches dealing with Jason. And you want her to survive. And my dog's not shutting up right now, so I'll stop talking.
Why are you calling Maddie?
I don't remember the dog part.
Real good.
I agree with everything else.
Maddie cleaned up real good. Touch up my ass. Fuck you, Robin.
But also, sorry. First off, fuck Robin for saying that. Maddie looks just fine. It's not like you're not both, whatever.
It's the 80s movie thing.
It's because you're take off her glasses,
put a makeup on, do her hair, and all of a sudden it's like.
But also, like, Maddie's response is to then go do the touch up, finish the touch up, look at herself in the mirror, and go, I didn't need the touch up. Look at how good I look. Like, your reasoning's a little flawed here, but I see what you're going for. But the problem is, she gets herself looking great. She feels all proud of herself. She's gonna get her fuck on, and nope. Sorry.
Well, like, my favorite thing is like she's going to look for David, who's clearly with Robin. So wouldn't you think to check the bedrooms first?
Yeah, like David is made his choice, and he's going for it. Yep. Most of the other dudes are either dead or about to die at this point. There's not a lot of options. She doesn't know that necessarily, but then I'd still feel bad for her. Like she takes the heels off. She's real smart about trying to get away from Jason.
Mm-hmm.
But she stumbles on the macabre tableau.
Yeah, but that's where we get the head pop around the tree, which is great.
Yep. But man, she's smart. She hides her thing, she grabs her shoes. But she's dealing with Kane Hodder as Jason. Like, she's done.
But it's also one of those, it's something like the video game pulled in a lot. And it's actually, I think they pulled one of her sound bites for it. She has the problem of she can't shut up. So yes, she's doing a great job hiding, but the whole time she's it's like, Jason has ears like a bat, dude. You got to be silent. I know later in the movie we see he has no ears, but he still's got the holes. They took the time to put the holes in. So yeah, you got to be careful. And nope.
I mean, he can hear perfectly fine now that he's got the water out of him, because it must have taken a while. Like, you go underwater for like a few years or something, then there's going to be a lot of water in there.
Yeah.
Again, I would have loved to just one scene of him just going, like knocking the water out, and like, I can hear now.
I mean, but we already know he can hear. At this point in the movie, if you're not dying, you're having sex, which I find very interesting, except for Tina. Because then we go to Ben, and I forget Ben's girlfriend's name. What is it?
Tape?
Kate.
Kate. Either way, she gets a horn in the eye.
She gets.
And Ben's death was edited by the MPAA. So
yeah, Ben, you can tell had a very good kill, and yep, that got taken away from us. But also, Ben and Kate are idiots. Like they're not my favorite characters in this movie. I wasn't very sad to see them go, but like their whole thing of like, oh, we have a friend who's trying to mess with us by having sex by moving the van. We're gonna scare him. Like this scene just doesn't work. Like how are you gonna scare him? If this was your friend, he knows you're there. That's why he's messing with you.
Right.
They also didn't give them much focus prior to that either.
No, just
I think that's all their character is. So
yeah, in a movie that is pretty good with its side characters, these two are kind of forgotten. But they do pay it off with what would have been one of the best kills in the movie, got way cut down by MPAA, but then one of the best ones for just sound effects of the always gonna love that one.
I'm genuinely curious if that would actually happen, because there must be some sort of air release when you poke a hole into a body, so to go through the party popper would actually go Hark.
I mean, I think so. I also think it's just fun.
I'll get a party popper and try it.
Moving on.
Jason enters the house to knock off the final three.
But I also really love the Jason entering the house thing. Like it's a really good shot. Yeah, it's a good setup of like, whoop, here we go. You guys are fucked.
During David's scene, you see him in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like when the when the lightning comes, you see him in the corner with the knife, and he's still holding the knife the way he does.
Yeah.
Is that the point where he was like almost slipping on the floor? He goes, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Was that supposed to be blood there?
No, that was the beer Jason tracked in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But then the stoner dude gets a big old knife to the belly.
He gets his head cut off.
I thought he got the knife to the belly. Who gets the head?
He does, but then his head is what
Robin
finds in the bedroom, and then what gets put in the planter when she throws the plant at him for the headbutt.
Mm-hmm.
All true. I'm just thinking what we saw on camera, which was just the belly part.
Knife to the gut.
I'm fine with that. Solid belly stab. Oh, we did jump over the Robin laughing her way out of her shirt, which is hysterical. Makes me laugh.
They want to show boobs.
Yeah, it's just like, we don't have enough boobs in the movie. Can you just drop the sheet real quick? All right, thank you. Moving on.
Just laugh. Just laugh.
and then cover yourself up again like it was an accident when clearly it's not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like drops the sheet, the lights in the room turn on for a second, covers it back up, lights turn back off. It's about that obvious. They weren't really shy about it at this point. But yeah, then the stoner dude dies. And this is also when we find out the doctor knew about Jason. Like he had the clippings, like he knew Jason was part of this area, so he is he's an asshole.
Well, no, that first they argue, and that's what causes Tina to leave.
That's right.
They find the clippings later, which
is
so while all this is going down, Tina enters the wood and she sees her mom.
That's right. Yep.
And that's what allows Jason to go in the house, and then he goes back out to kill everyone else out in the woods.
We also have, during all this sequence, we have the guy who got tagged out mid-bang, just opening all of Mike's birthday presents because he's sad.
Mm-hmm.
He finds a penis enlarger.
Which is a magnifying glass.
That was really good. Yeah.
Just a tiny magnifying glass. Brilliant.
Yep.
Yeah. That was a good one. And he dies. He gets the machete to the neck, right?
Yep.
Yeah, should have been a better kill.
Should have been way better.
That's the thing I was saying. Like, one of my notes is like Jason chopping off Eddie's head. I think hard to tell with all this MPAA cutting.
Because then Nick looks under the table when Nick's looking in the house, and he discovers Eddie, and he's got his head. He's just
so I think it was just one of those cut real down deep, and it killed him, obviously. But Now here, I'll give you guys, the girl in 4 died when she hit the car. Robin could have survived this one.
Robin could have.
Like,
agree. And the way she landed,
I do like as well.
would
We've
have
got
been like
another
broken
instance.
limbs and maybe like your ribs.
Yeah,
Like, she shouldn't have died there.
no, like
That was a bad kill.
yeah, that one is one of those, like, I feel like she should have been alive at the end of this movie. Like that one could have been like
rolled.
Yeah, like when they're putting like Tina and Nick in the back of the ambulance, like you could see Robin like I'm okay,
coming around the corner,
too.
like, anybody got any weed? I just survived the fall because I was high for the first time.
Yeah. But like that one would make more sense.
Just before Robin's death, because she shouldn't be dead from that.
No.
We have the random cat in the cupboard.
Yeah.
It's like when the cat jumps out, and I'm just again immediately thinking of that episode of Community. What is wrong with this cat?
I can just see Russell getting the house ready for his guest, for his uncle. Like, oh shit, my uncle's cat. I'm gonna put you in a closet.
I don't want to deal with you at all.
I like that the cat knew better than to just sit with her. Just like, oh, you're on your own. I know what's about to happen.
There's a severed head next to you. I'm out. I know what's coming.
Well, I've seen the other 6 films. The other 6 films they series. Fuck you. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I mean, I know Jason doesn't really kill cats. I'm lucky I'm not a dog. But either way, fuck you. I'm out. Yeah, and I think that all makes sense. After this is when we get the doctor being pure coward. This is when he and the mom are fighting. They go out in the woods. They start.
Oh, you mean where he uses Tina's mom as a human shield?
As a legitimate human shield. Like, Lord.
He's like, oh my god, you're Jason.
He's like, don't move.
At risk of making me a comparison to Dr. Cruz, the first night I met my wife, we were doing hide and seek out in public, and we found ourselves under the same stairwell, and I absolutely pushed her in front of me and ran.
At least
I mean, there's a big difference between hide and seek and Jason who's going to stab you.
And what was that? What is that thing with a giant hook in the point? Like, is that like a pruning thing?
It's a Jason killing device.
It's defined.
He went to the shed. He found more things with sharp edges. I'm gonna put this in a person. I'm gonna put this in a person. This would look great in a person. But yeah, so he lets Tina's mom die, cowers and runs away.
That's when Tina and Nick finally make it back to the house after they discovered Michael in the tree. They find the gun. She runs back out, and Dr. Cruz is like, "Don't go in there! Don't go in! She's already in the woods, you moron!"
Oh God! At this point, Melissa's hiding in Tina's house, right? Like she left to go hide. Okay. And it's time to kill Dr. Cruz, and should be an amazing kill. I have to say a lot in this episode, which is a bummer because I love the movie.
I believe there is a work print like of the original uncut scenes, but the quality is awful. Like it's proper like VHS, like that very old VHS.
Joel,
that's probably been copied about 5 times.
The collection I gave you, Joel, you should be able, if you look at the special features, you should be able to catch a few. There are
probably.
A few so.
Yeah,
but man, what a great intro! Just to hear the revving of the engine and then him just coming out like a badass. Like, look what I got!
that is one where if there was some tampering from the MPAA, you could still leave enough to the imagination where you can see in your head like what.
Well,
you're making scrambled eggs of someone's stomach. Like,
we get the blade,
but I want to see the scrambled egg stomach.
Well, that's just it. Like if you look at it, like if you go to IMDb, it tells you everything that they cut out. And it's like, oh yeah, blood and entrails just shoot out everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would have been awesome.
Yep.
Very, very sad that it did not happen. Like, very sad. But either way, I'm glad he got killed.
What's annoying is they didn't, keep the footage, the original camera footage, the negative, safe as well. It wasn't like a thing of like,
this movie
could have the MPAA. Let's keep that though, because maybe in future we'll be able to have like a fully uncut. I mean, I suppose like that's at that point, like VHS was only just kicking off.
Well, that and this movie wasn't a hit. Like, I don't think anybody expected there still to be this big fandom for it this far away. This thing, it cost $3 million and it made 20. Like, this thing was not. It was a big enough hit to make part 8, and again, swing for the fences with part 8. We're trying to get people to show up, but it just wasn't
there.
Yeah, like that. the people who would be in charge of doing the restorations and keeping it weren't really getting paid to do that. Like, so it kind of, it's a bummer, but you can see how this happened. No, I don't think people expected the fandom to survive 40 years. They didn't know how good they were doing. Take it for what you will.
Yeah.
Let's finish with all these killings here, because we have not even gotten to the actual 1v1 fight, and we need to get to that.
Well, there's no other killings. Like, it's go time.
Oh, yeah, he's using her powers.
There's Melissa.
Yeah, there's still Melissa. But I did have this, like, there's something about the way, like, when Jason is kind of, when he has to fight Tina the first time in the woods before he kills Melissa, like the first time he runs into Tina and he gets like the electrocution in the like the puddle on the ground, all that stuff. Kane brings something to Jason that I've never seen anyone else do it. CJ got really close with it. I really like CJ's. And then the guy in 2, for whose name I'm forgetting, also did a very good job with this. But Kane does the best of curiosity, like really playing into that fact that Jason is a child, like a horrible murder child, but he's still a child. And he's never, kind of like Melissa, he's never heard no in a way that he actually had to hear it. With Tina, she can stop him. And you get that the first time, like, she starts like pulling the trees after him, like pull it to like take him down. You get this like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Like,
the looking around with his arms up is classic.
Like, just like, hold on, no. Like,
I haven't seen this before.
It's
this is new.
Am I doing this?
And it's awesome.
No. This is not how this works. You should be soup at this point.
Yeah,
like you see how big these hands are?
Yeah, like, look at these. I'm supposed to be murdering you with oh god, you're actually getting one over on me. Like, it's it's good stuff. Like, I love that, and I don't think there's anyone else who played Jason who could have done that as well.
Yeah. Well, and just to go further is when she runs, she goes into Russell's house, or Russell's uncle, and she uses her telekinesis to shut the door after he hops in through him hopping through the window in the kitchen and then slowly rising up. Beautiful. And then when she shuts the door and moves the table, and he takes 1 step and just brings his arm to the table in one fluid motion. Like, I'm like, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Run. You're not seeing this. I am, and I want you to go. Like, it's just such good, like Joel was saying, with how he emotes through his actions is just really awesome.
Oh yeah. Like, many reasons why Kane is far and away my favorite Jason, but it's stuff like that.
And then he gets headbutted with David's
like
head.
Perfect.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, there's a tree with a head in it. I'll use this to
the way that one was moving too, it was like, you might as well just seen the strings that they were pulling.
Yeah.
There's no weight, whatever. It's floating like a ghost is carrying it or something.
It's almost as bad as the TV in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Not quite as bad.
Yeah, the TV that goes.
The TV's the worst. Just like,
that book was good. That not so much.
But yeah, so they get their little fight. She thinks she killed Jason, and they did it. They go back to the house to be like, we did it. Jason's dead. And Melissa's like, well, if he's dead, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
My thought here too is, like, when she collapses the roof and he puts his fist through the roof, it's like, now I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Like you feel that.
Like, God damn, would you stop killing me? I'm supposed to be killing you. And then that frustration that he has of being shown up by Tina now a few times, and he takes all of it out on Melissa.
He's like, I'm just gonna take this act.
Fuck you.
But like, you were showing I'm not sure if the video of this will ever come out, but like, you were showing the photo earlier of like that shot of just it's like, just that rev up is so good.
Even when after he has, stuck this in her head, and the makeup, I wish we could have seen more of it, but you get a glimpse when he turns the body. But when he grabs Melissa by the neck and he is going to throw her, he steps back. He winds up.
Yeah.
He leans into it and just chucks her over the TV.
I am so done with these people.
It's like, I think, like, is that like he was trying to throw Melissa at Tina? It's like, well, You will execute me and time it with things? Yeah, I'll throw a person at you.
But even then, like, we're talking about his mannerisms. Like, you know, they're standing off and the door's open and they make a run for the door. He's like, the fuck you are.
But then things really ramp up. They take Nick out. Like, he's not dead. He survives the movie, which is kind of a bummer. I was kind of looking forward to him dying. But they still knock him out. So this is Tina versus Jason. Like, we are going for it. Like, ding, ding, round one. Here we go. And it's awesome. Like, I love everything from like squishing his head with like her mental powers. So like his mask doesn't fit anymore and he blows out of the mask at that awesome shot of just the
awesome makeup. Yep, great reveal.
Looks so
and
good.
The sort of the face there, you just see how pissed he is. Like he keeps doing this sort of like jaw thing where it's just like that kind of like circular motion with the jaw, and it's just like you can see like he's fucking like he's so fed up with this now.
Like you can tell like it's just air coming out because he's got a hole here and his mouth. He's got a hole on the side of his cheek, you know, and then, you know, Tina does the thing with the light, you know, she knocks him out with the light first. That doesn't kill him. And then she strangles him and rips the floor up. Like, I mean, you definitely feel like you're watching the Battle of the Titans with these two. So,
and then through the floor, we get round two. Now they're going to keep fighting, and she's just grabbing whatever she can and just chucking it at him.
Nails, gasoline, fire.
Yeah, just whatever you can.
The record, right? Kane set the record with this movie.
Yep.
Longest time a stuntman's been on fire.
It might have been beaten now, but at the time, it was the
but
record.
Back then,
this was the record.
It was also right. He like a fire stunt had gone wrong for him.
Yeah, he got
years previous. And he was always very hesitant about doing fire stunts again until this film. And then he was basically, well, he'd wanted the role of Jason for ages.
He did, yeah.
And basically said, like, you know, I will do anything that I need to do. And they're like, there's going to be a fire burn. It's like, okay, sure.
All right,
but he got like really badly scarred.
I want you to film me. I want you to film me and not take your camera off me. And they did.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
It is an amazing fire stunt. Like,
it's like good, like 20 seconds or something, I think, that you...
I don't remember the exact time, but it's a lot. And it's, he's very much on fire. Like, that dude is engulfed. Yeah. And it looks great. Like, that's stuff that they don't really do a lot anymore because, you know, it's extremely dangerous to light a person on fire.
Right.
But when
it's all CGI now.
Yeah. But then he gets like a, not quite, of course, but near Phantasm level explosion on top of him.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. Totally fine. Just walks away from that. Like, would you stop killing me? Jesus.
I mean,
he was really pissed on the dock.
Yeah.
But like that explosion for that impressive. House. That explosion for that house, like even the camera rattled by the concussion of that explosion.
Like I said, not Phantasm yet, but it's about as close as movies have gotten to a Phantasm explosion.
It's nearly there.
Yeah.
Same year. Same year.
Oh yeah, it is same year.
The deck. It can't be that bad.
That's a big boom. And apparently Jason just went sailing with the boom and landed on the dock, just more mad.
Jesus, is Tina's dad a survivalist and has a shit ton of C4 in the house? God damn.
I mean, either way it works.
Yeah.
But then we go, this is for some a little bridge too far. I kind of like it. I dig it. But nothing has worked to kill Jason. Nothing is going to work. And then Tina calls forth the poltergeist ghost thing of her dad, who's wearing a chain, comes up out of the dock, throws a chain around Jason, and drags him back underwater.
See, now this is what pisses me out, too, about the MPAA, because apparently Dad had makeup that made him look fucked up.
Yeah.
But no, we get nice Dad, like, nothing's wrong.
He has some, like, mold on him, or, like, seaweed, it looks like, just something on him, algae, whatever.
There's shit around the there's makeup around the eyes. I'll see if I can find a picture and put it in the chat.
But it's not like a... Yeah, it's not a ton, and it's fine.
Not gruesome. It's not gruesome. It's just kind of darker.
But they also they kind of wrote themselves into a corner of like nothing can kill Jason. Like, all right, well we gotta end the movie somewhere. So they do. They have Ghost Dad come out of the water and take care of him. I'm sort of fine.
I kind of wish that they'd have had Tina actually do something at the end, because the Ghost Dad one, it kind of feels like a bit of a cop out.
Yeah,
like you know, we've been setting up like Tina's like so powerful that she's actually able to fight Jason, but again, it's still oh, the ghost dad has to come and save the day. It's like, why couldn't Tina have just, pulled chain out, like the chain that was attached to him? Why couldn't she have like lifted that out of the water, tied it around, and just had it yank him back in?
I think it's
Same premise.
I think the idea is that by showing that she got her dad to do it is like, oh, she's at peace with her dad now because they're on the same side again. Like,
yeah, it felt like a reconciling moment.
Yeah, like I don't think it landed, but I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah.
So I put
could have had like Ghost Dad just sort of turn and go like wave and go and then walk away.
You, me, good.
Yeah. Get it, Dad. Thanks. So I put the
dives back into the water.
I put the look of Dad in the chat, and I can see why they cut it. I don't know if it was because of MPAA, but I also put in 4 stills. So if you are listening to this, go check IMDb. They actually have stills of the kills before they were cut. There's one of the mom where she's like, she has a weird look on her face. But that's right before Jason lifts her and chucks her. So we get that again, but again, that was cut. So, and you see the machete clearly going into Eddie's neck. So yeah, but just to me, I thought it was like a record. If this is the only thing in the movie in terms of Tina's development that I felt forced. It's the only thing that felt forced to me. They needed an out. They needed a way to bring him down. And it was Tina calling forth her dad's corpse, which to me, I feel like they would have recovered the body when that accident happened.
I'm not going in that lake. Fuck that.
Maybe not. I don't know. But that felt forced, and they just needed a way to because clearly Robin coming around the corner asking for somebody for weed that's like prevents her from dying is better. But anyway.
What are you gonna do? Like I said, it's not the worst ending. It's also not the best ending. Still the best movie. So I'll take it. And that's it. Tina and Nick survive. They're both like, fuck that lake, never going back.
They share an ambulance, which is all weird, romantic and cute.
And she says, we took care of it, referring to her dad. Oh, closure.
The ambulances used to look like hearses like that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the Ghostbuster, the Ecto-1 is an ambulance.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think they looked like hearses when this film was, because the whole joke in Ghostbusters is that it's a very old ambulance, and that was 84.
But this is middle of nowhere, East Coast town. Like I think it kind of makes sense that they'd have older stuff. I can
maybe.
There is a transitional period. They're not all just going to get the new ambulances right away. So there's something.
That's true.
Something.
Then again, these films have not been very good with ambulances because they have them loading corpses into ambulances in 4.
That's true. So listen, Camp Crystal Lake, they don't have the best medical staff. That's what I got.
You would think at this point they would. Like, there's a lot of death.
It's true.
You have more faith in our governmental budgeting processes than.
And after all the cops that have died, and after all the morgue technicians and nurses, I would really doubt that people want to go there to pursue a work in public health.
Yeah, God no. Like, think about this. Like, we go back to like the Halloween franchise. Like, go back to the David Gordon Green. That entire town was mortified because 5 kids were killed 40 years ago. Think about Crystal Lake. Like, holy shit. They have to go to Haddonfield. Like, shut up, you pansies. You don't know what
5
loss
kids
is.
5 kids. That's like every day for us.
5 kids is a
about
Thursday.
the police officer that was wrongfully killed.
Like, good Lord. All right, I think we're ready for quotes and kills. I went first last week. We'll let Joel go first this week.
All right, you caught me off guard because I had it in front of me. Here we go. So this one's between
that was
Judy
his
and...
quote then.
Nope. This one's between Judy and Dan. I'm cold. Why don't we crawl in the sack? Why don't you fix the fire? There's no wood. We're in a forest. When it comes to death, it's hard to turn down. The party favors death. It's too good.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Mine comes from David, our favorite friend, stoner friend. You hear a crash, and all of a sudden David comes in holding his head going, what a stupid place to put a lamp. And favorite kill, I think you know, there's so many memorable ones. You just have to go to the ones that you didn't see that you just know are awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and say, oh God, what's his name? Oh God, Kate's boyfriend, Ben.
Yeah.
Ben's head smash. So.
My favorite quote of the movie has to be the "Come on, you big hunk of a man, come get me." Like, that is just way too good to not be my favorite quote. And then of course the kill will be that girl in her sleeping bag, because that's just way too fucking good. If I had to do a follow-up though, it would be Russ on the beach with the one-handed like machete swing just up the face. Is fucking great kill. Go ahead, Matt.
So you stole both my quote and kill with the sleeping bag woman.
It's so good.
So
I'm sorry.
if I'm gonna go with a backup kill, it's gonna be Dr. Cruz. Like that big long fucking
Again,
just
the physicality of him starting it.
Yeah.
Like he's it's good.
And then it like there's a shot of it where it's pointing down the camera like that, and it's just like, whoa, are we in a 3D film again?
Whoa, we're back in part 3?
Because he's like pointing it, like trying to awkward, like what's his face with the stick, where he's like awkwardly trying to.
Oh yeah. Well, that was good stuff. All right. Well, it's kind of sad that we've new-blooded. That one's much easier to do in past tense. Because I love this movie.
We have to talk about 8 and
9. 9 is a very fun one to talk about.
It is.
Not as much fun to watch. 8. Matt's gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting on 8. Matt says he likes 8, so
I like it for what it could have been. I think that's where my brain goes.
I love what it could have been. I don't like what it is. And
yeah.
But we still get Kelly Hu, and everybody loves Kelly Hu. That'll be great. And
to be fair, there's some pretty decent kills.
Yeah. Part 9 has Leslie Jordan in it, and I love Leslie Jordan. R.I.P. dude. Like, that was it was a sad day when I saw he died. I fucking love Leslie Jordan. So yeah, we still got a whole bunch of good stuff to look forward to. Then we got Jason X in the future, which that's
gonna be real fun.
That one's a doozy. This show, every other show in the
Best kill.
Check out athpod.com. Yes, best kill. I'm assuming you're talking about the frozen face.
Yep, thanks for validating me.
Yep, no problem. I can't let that one go unsaid. Go ahead, Joel.
You know what we do by now.
All right, go ahead, Ryan.
How do you follow up to that?
I know, right?
I don't want to go now.
All right, go ahead, Matt.
You know everything we do. Fuck off.
Perfect plugs.
Whatever.
These are the best plugs I've ever had. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. Tune in next week when we go to Manhattan.
And Jason takes it.
We specifically take a trip to Manhattan. Do we go to Manhattan for about 5 minutes? But we take a trip there. We're on our way to Manhattan.
Jason takes the entire city in 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah. There's still some good shit in it. We have magical heroin next week. That's all I have to say.
It's the journey, not the destination.
We have sauna rocks.
We do have sauna rocks next time. Oh, that's a good one too. Oh, there are some good kills next week. All right.
The boxing
match. Boxing
match.
Oh,
the boxing match is so good. All right, take it away, Matt. Let's close this.
Bye.